Yeah, no, I appreciate that, Mum. You know, I'm in a meeting actually with a whole lot of guys. Yeah, I will keep my mask on. Yeah. No, I get that. Look, I'll do my best. I'll try and keep my mask on for the session. All right. Okay. Yeah. Love you too. We'll see you soon. Hey, John. Sorry about that.
Hey, JP. How you going?
Yeah. I think Mum's a little bit overly protective.
Yeah. Parents.
Yeah, look, I swear it'll be out the door by close of business Friday. Yeah, I know that's. Yeah, I swear it'll be finished. The sprint's due to close tomorrow. They've got it. They've got it. Cheers. Bye. All right. So, how are we doing?
Well, I'm really glad you could take the time to join us, Steve.
Yeah. Well, it's been so busy.
I'm sure. Well,
Hope you guys have been busy too, coding and whatever it is you do.
Yep, coding away. That new feature you asked for.
Oh, good.
Oh, well, I guess there's Braden.
Sorry, Mum.
That's everybody. We can go ahead and get started. So,
Where's my the programmer, Braden?
oh, there he is. Okay, good.
Oh, good. There you are.
Okay, let's get started. All right, everyone, thanks for joining today's sprint planning session. We need to talk about what we're going to do in the next release. And as you know, we've had to rewrite a lot of our code over the last few weeks because of, well, you know. So to help us with that, the company's hired a new head of Appsec to make sure that doesn't happen again. And I've invited him along to share some of his ideas. JP, would you like to introduce yourself?
You can do programming as well, can't you?
Me? No, I have no idea. But anyway, hey, thanks for the intro there, John. I'm John Paul. Everyone calls me JP. Look, I've got a few ideas actually that can help us improve things. Maybe we start off with sharing what sort of secure code training we've been doing.
What code training? Look, if that was going to work, it would have worked by now. Didn't we have that like 1 hour session? That guy last year for PCE compliance or whatever it was. We don't need anything else. BD, you've been here for a while. What do you think?
Sorry,
BD?
I just lost $10 in the ponies. I don't think we need to do any more tests.
Mate.
I've been coding for 10 years. Okay, I don't think there's much we need to learn. Yeah. That way we'll see if we need to fix rather than just wasting our time that we might find during the testing.
Now, BD, didn't penetration tests find lots of SQL injections in your committed code?
Sorry, something's happening. There goes 1 second.
JP, isn't there some way we could detect those earlier in our dev cycle? I mean, just those rewrites cost us 8 weeks of dev and retest time on our last release. I mean, in one case, it took Amit over 3 days just to track down where one of the injection findings was coming from.
Yeah, but you fix that. You fix that after you've got a minimum viable product.
Okay.
I promised.
Maybe let's start off by just talking about what training we have received. All right, Amit, you just recently finished uni. Why don't you tell us what they taught you about secure coding?
Well, not much, to be honest with you. We did have a few classes where the lecturer mentioned secure coding and learned about some encryption algorithms, but
I don't need any more training. You can just learn as you go.
No. Yeah. I can't afford my developers doing hours and hours of training. We have a release coming up and a backlog of feature requests, and we just got to deliver this.
Look, I'm hearing what you guys are saying, and look, I appreciate we can't actually have the team spending all of their time doing training and not doing the coding, but we have to make sure that we're actually doing this at the right level, right? That yearly training reminder, that little bit, it's a good little reminder, and that's really all it is. But what happens is that I find is that the developers are often distracted doing other things, and as soon as they leave the classroom, well, they just forget it. And we continue to find things like those injection flaws that that Braden keeps on putting in. Like I found actually, if we can connect that to some real world examples of when things go bad, we can actually get the team fixing the code and actually dealing with the real security flaws. One of the ideas that I like to do is to integrate sort of online learning with some of the classroom training to make sure that we actually continue to learn over the course of the year with short targeted training, and especially, you know, helping people like Braden with maybe a bit of a 15-minute lesson on SQL injection flaws.
Well, our automated scanning tool did pick up some issues, but I didn't know how to fix them. So what would we do in this case?
Well, what I'd actually like to do as one of the ideas is see if we can actually integrate a lot of that training and the what we call just-in-time training into our IDE. That way, as you're actually writing the code, it can pick up some of those flaws and actually give you some of the back what actually makes that a vulnerability. That way we can actually fix that right then and there.
Oh, we don't have time for this.
Yeah, we do.
We don't. I told the director the product will be ready by close of trade Friday. That's tomorrow. Can't we just fix it up after we've got a minimum viable product?
Yeah, no. Usually, what happens when we try to fix it after we've gone to some level of production is that they don't get fixed, and we can't do that. Certainly not to the extent that you want. It's good that we actually try and get all of the team members up to a good coding standard, understand how we go about fixing things, and actually asking questions whether is this vulnerable, right? And even the guys that don't have access to that can actually start doing some training on pseudocode so they actually understand the logic behind the application.
That sounds like a great idea. Let's get this set up and running alongside our other tools. JP, is there anything else we should be working on?
Absolutely. Look, training's just one part of this. What I'd actually really like to do is look at our whole Appsec program. There's application security testing that we want to integrate into the IDE. Look at our whole CI/CD pipeline and how we're managing the code. It means we're going to be faster, more effective code, and it's going to get checked and allow us to get to MVP quicker to actually meet your needs, Steve. And maybe we need to help set your expectations, especially to the asset owner.
Well, look, I'll tell you what the biggest threat is. The biggest threat is if we don't get an MVP in front of the customer by Friday. That's the biggest threat. As long as it doesn't crash, we're golden. Just
that is not good at all. Don't you remember last year when we got a pen test report and it told us about critical vulnerabilities, but we didn't fix them because you said we had to deliver on time?
We're dealing with people's lives here and the data that we're actually processing.
But all publicity is good publicity.
Have you all sorted out this Appsec stuff yet?
Well, oh wait, where'd he go?
Yeah, okay. Maybe we could give this a go, I suppose.
All right.
The kettle's boiling. I gotta go.
All right. Does anybody have the number for Secure Code Warrior? Let's try giving them a call.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, John. Let's get on the phone.
Who's Secure Code Warrior?
I'll tell you about it later. All right. Thanks. Talk to you tomorrow.